static bike, exercise bike.
A static one.
Yeah, do my cycling,
You don't do road cycling no more.
bring exercise. No, I don't.
Too much risk.
No, you can't.
You don't have all the reflexes anymore.
You can't take it out. It's just a static.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying whether you will never consider going back on the road again on a bike. Only the car. The car gives you enough security. The bike.
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes.
The bike is can be risky.
Yeah.
Do you feel like drivers don't respect bikers, cyclists?
Do what?
Do you feel like bikers don't respect cyclists?
No, not that. It has nothing to do with that. You know, I bought this. This is a static bike for exercise. That's what I bought it for. You know, I don't do cycling. I did cycling when I was a boy at home. That's the last time I did cycling. You know. Yeah. You know, since I went to secondary school, I've not had time to do bike cycling. So instead of walking now, going in the car.
Nowadays we have to do these. I don't have customers. I have to do. I hope you don't mind for just having some content. Okay, just light, not very much, not too much.
Three.
Number three. So I've only seen one of your child. Do you have like 2 children or 3?
Two.
Oh, 2. A girl and a boy.
Yes.
Ah. So, Victor, you tell me why you didn't have more. Is it because you very much plan everything like unlike us African, you know, typical, we just have children for the fun of having them. In Africa, we'll have 5 or 6. Why were you never tempted?
No,
And when do you set these kind of objectives? Is it at your young age, like 30,
no.
that you say, I'm going to have 2 children, or I'm going to have 5, or I just go by what God gives me?
No, when I was young, I was thinking about 4 children.
Or you wanted to have 4?
4 kids.
Okay.
Two boys and 2 girls.
Okay.
You know, that's fantasy. But, you know, when I got married, we had a daughter, and then the Nigerian Civil War came on, and I thought, I don't want any more children. Because I don't know where I'm going
The Nigerian Civil War.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought.
Is it the Biafra War?
Yeah, the Biafra War. Yeah.
So are you from the Biafra area?
Yes.
Okay.
So I thought, I don't know where I'll be taking them to. I don't know what's going to happen. So, you know, but my wife insisted we had the second one. As a girl, and then as a boy. You know, my daughter is older. So the second one was a boy. So that was it. You know, we were very content with that. And also, because my wife had, you know, some problems from youth. So we didn't want to subject her to.
They say the man can only wish when it comes to having children. The woman will decide to have children. The man wishes. But all the woman does, she decides, I want to. I mean, the man, whatever he says, I want to have 5, I want to have 2, I want to have 1. Well, that is only a wish. Because actively, it's actually the woman, the master of the operations, right? Because you can impregnate a woman today, she get rid of the pregnancy tomorrow, and you don't even know that happened. You see what I mean? That's why one said the woman decides. It's the one who ultimately decides to have children.
Well, it's not the case, you know, just circumstances.
Yeah, circumstances, takes you to a place. For example, you were aiming for 4, you only ended up with 2.
Yeah.
It's how life teaches you. So if you had a stable life all the way through,
Yeah.
you would have pursued that dream of hope.
Well, we don't know, with the circumstances, as I said, with the circumstances in Nigeria, I didn't really want even the two. I think one, I thought I was going to look at it and I know one of my.
So both of your children were born in Nigeria?
No, they were born here.
Oh.
They were born in Manchester. Well, one in Manchester, one in Stockport.
Okay.
My brother was born in Stockport, not
Stockport Hospital.
Yeah.
The other one, Crumpsall Hospital?
No.
North Manchester. Is it the one
No,
near university?
No, in Ditchburg.
Oh, Ditchburg. Is there another hospital there in Ditchburg? I thought Whedon Show would have been the one for them.
No, there was a hospital just opposite the park, but it has been closed down. It's being used for something else now.
Oh. Everybody there goes to Whedon Show.
Yeah. Because I was living in Lansdowne Road, very near to the hospital.
So how does he make you feel? We've got a Nigerian born as a leader of the Conservative Party.
So what?
A Nigerian lady
Mm.
as the leader of the Conservative Party.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. My wife likes her. I don't really know much about her, but one or two occasions when I've seen her speak, she's made sense to me. But I'm just sorry for her because being black, being a woman in this situation, and also Conservative Party, they seem to have broken themselves to pieces. You don't really have, so many of them had individual problems with either sex and doing all sorts of things that discredited the party. Okay, I don't think they're a united party in one respect. So I'm not sure what our prospects are going to be. So I don't know.
Will you be happy to see her as Prime Minister?
I would be happy to see her as a Prime Minister if you have the cooperation and of people with integrity, Yeah, because I think what killing in the parliament or so on, or what the Conservative Party, people just lost their integrity. People have to be honest, have to be caring, if you really want to do a good job.
So if she becomes a leader of the country, like the Prime Minister, will that constitute a big step towards bringing equality, racial equality?
Well, I think that's equality in this country, frankly, and this country does more. Sometimes they're taking equality to the extent of.
Do you think there is no other country in the world that offers the level of equality that England offers?
Well, I don't know what's happening in other countries, but but I think here, there is a very high level of equality in this country.
So Mr. Prince
Mr.
William. Is it Prince William? No, it's not Prince William. It's how is he called? His brother Harry.
Prince Charles.
No, Harry.
Harry.
Harry once made a complaint about the way that his wife was treated.
Yeah, look, I think.
And then they got him. Everybody was shooting at him.
I think it was just being unnecessarily, attracting attention because somebody asked what the color of the child was going to be. I mean, somebody, for instance, when my daughter was born, we were in Stockport. She was only a few months old. She was in pram, and somebody was so astounded by her hair, wanted to touch her hair, and so on and so forth. Asking what color you think the child is going to be.
But that's a little bit of a provocative question.
I know it isn't. I don't think it is.
Because it's got a racial connotation to it.
No, I don't. I think.
So who doesn't know what a mixed race child looks like? To the point of asking, he's not God. The child's going to be mixed race. So the person asking this question knows where they're going with this debate. He knows where they want to take the debate. It's all about. It was a racially, to me, charged question, or
No, but if
so, what would you have said? What would you have answered if you were to give the color to that journalist or to whoever asked the question? What would you have said?
I will give what color I think the child is going to be. Mixed color. I mean, if somebody.
But it's an obvious question. It's like me asking if you're black.
Yeah, look, if somebody asks me about my children, as I was trying to tell you, somebody wanted to touch my daughter's hair. Do people, just because she was fascinated with it, do people?
But that is slightly different because the hair, one can be mixed race and have predominantly black kind of texture hair, like the hair really goes like yours, come out like this. Whereas the hair can turn out a bit more straighter.
Yeah.
The hair is actually a lot more confusing. So there's so many hair textures that you can get when you have a mixed kind of relationship. There's so many, and I see them here. Even from the same family, you see two children from the same family. One has more afro hair, the other one has more white hair, and there it's very unpredictable. But the color of the skin was going to be mixed, but then there were some that are mixed, but they're very light. There's some that are mixed, maybe tending towards the black side.
Well, it just like my children. My son is lighter than my daughter. So it's doesn't really make any.
So you think Harry was just an attention seeker?
He was basically sensitive.
So he was serious, or he was just being too sensitive? He was just exaggerating something or blowing something out of proportion.
Yes. I think I don't know why he blew it out of proportion, but I think he was being sensitive because of who he is and having to do with that. People.
Then the follow-up question: why did he distance himself in a way from the family, from the royal family?
Because that question seems to have come, from somewhere in the family. I don't know where. He just wants to go his own way. Because the way he talked about the family, after that.
So you as a father, you don't think that he's got a point if he says that the other child was always going to be the preferred one or whatever, and that he was always going to be the replacement, so the spare child. The other one is the main guy. He's the one that everybody's focusing on, and he is just there on the side. It's just like a spectator. So he wanted to have his own kind of, I'll say, life outside of the royal family, which could be.
That's fine, but that doesn't mean that he should be they're talking about his family. The way he was talking, I was quite disgusted with that.
So do you believe that there are secrets or stuff that you don't talk about in public?
Yeah, you can't talk about your family like that in public.
Okay.
Frankly.
So do you like the new president in Nigeria? The one who replaced Buhari? Tinubu.
No, not really. I don't think again, like a lot of power seekers who just wanted to get into power, and
Some people in Nigeria they're saying that there was a younger guy there that should have won the election, but the election were rigged.
Yes, there was I don't know what it was called, Joseph or something like that. Somebody who would have brought some sense of honesty and faith to the country, but they bribed the people outside, and you didn't get him.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Well, the good news is in Cameroon, Paul Biya is 92 and he's candidate for the next election in October.
92.
Yeah. You have no comment.
It is ridiculous.
Ah.
It is ridiculous.
92.
Why?
And he's candidate and he's been promoted by the young people who are 30, 40 and 50s. Well, the young people, you see, they should be there. I mean, like, a 92-year-old is going to go and debate with Macron, who's like 40 years, he's a genius stuff, talking about stuff that he doesn't understand, or Twitter or this or that. He doesn't understand where. I mean, how can that be a good thing for a country?
Yeah, how can
He's
people,
defaced.
how can people think of doing that? Putting
It's evil.
it is.
To me, I say it's evil. It's pure evil.
It is. Yeah.
You're just holding a country back, just like that. All the youth there, the generation, they just die. People 70, they die. People 60, they die. And you're there. It's your thing. It's your power. It's your kingdom.
Sorry, just a minute.